Graders, welcome. We're going to go over your problem strings today using the strategy of your choice. Remember, this backslash right here means division. If you want to pause the video, if you're not done, you can pause it and go ahead and go through your answers before I give you the answers. So the first method you can do is a ratio table, or the second method is the keep, change, flip. So let's just go ahead and go through these doing the keep, change, flip. First number stays the same, 2. Sign changes to opposite. The reciprocal, or flipping it, would be 2 over 1. 2 over 1 is the same as the whole number 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So the answer to your first problem is 4. Moving on, 1/2 divided by 2. Now this one looks a little bit different because we haven't divided by a whole number yet, but we're always going to keep that first fraction. So keep 1/2, change the sign, and then 2 is a fraction, 2 over 1. So if you want to use its reciprocal, go ahead and flip them. So it would be 1 over 2. And then if you multiply 1/2 by 1/2, 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 2 is 4. 4 divided by 1/2. Oops. Keep the 4. Change the sign. Use the reciprocal. 1 over 2, its reciprocal is 2, so your final answer is 8. 1/2 divided by 4. Keep the 1/2. Change the sign to multiplication. And then remember the whole number 4. This fraction looks like 4 over 1, so the reciprocal is 1 over 4. And then if you multiply it out, 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 4 is 8. Now before we go on, I want you just to take a quick look really quick at these two problems. They're kind of related because you're starting with your whole number and you're dividing it by halves. So how many halves are in 2? There's 4 halves. And this one is saying how many 2's are in 1/2, and there's 1/4 of a 2, of the whole number 2, in 1/2. These ones, if you look, 4 divided by 1/2 is 8, and then 1/2 divided by 4 is 1/8. So you can see that even though they kind of look the same, it's going to be different. Your first number divided by your second number, your answers are going to be different. Moving on, 3 divided by 1/4. 3 divided by 1 over 4. Keep the 3. Change the sign. Flip this to its reciprocal, which would be 4 over 1, or 4. And then 3 times 4 is 12. And I bet you could predict what this answer is going to be. I bet it's going to be 1 over 12, but let's go ahead and try it. 1/4 divided by 3. Keep the first number. Change the sign. And then 3 is the same as 3 over 1, so use its reciprocal, which would be 1 over 3. And then 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 3 is 12. 1/12. Hopefully you can see now how these relate to one another and why you're getting different answers. Your work today is in your Bridges books, Bridges 267, 268, and 272.